Yes, people, welcome back to GNA TV. I hope you guys are well, wherever it is that you may be around the world. We have got a big show today. We've got some Liverpool panelists coming on, some new faces that you haven't seen as well. I was a little bit late with the whole sorting out of bringing on the Chelsea side. I have asked Lewis to come in if he's available. We've got Winter Surfer coming in. We've got Saints LFC. We've got Rommel. We've got Rams. We've got all of the Liverpool panel as well. Big discussion on that big FA Cup, final that's coming up as well. I know Thomas Tuchel's doing his preview around 1 o'clock. So, guys, if you're going in and out of that, let me know. I want to know specifically who's injured and who's available. I've started off a little bit early. They're all going to come in about 10 minutes' time. But we're just going to have a little bit of a little chat about some other bits and some funny stuff as well, which is going to make you laugh, which I'm going to share with you guys in a bit. Big up to Declared in the house. Big up to every single one of you in the house. It is that Friday, man. It's that Friday feeling. Make sure you hit the likes. Get these likes up. Subscribe if you're new to GNA TV as well. Big show for you today. Before we move forward, let's cue the intro. Yes, people, welcome back to GNA TV. I hope you guys are well wherever it is that you may be around the world. What are you guys up to, I wonder? What are you guys up to? Why am I getting weird messages from people? I ain't got time for this, people. Why you miss me? That can't be true. What's this about? Okay, well, I was about to jump onto something else, but something else has just come out of the blue, and it's this. Quickly before we get into the Liverpool talk, Chelsea has agreed a deal with Inter's Perisic as a free agent, according to Sport Media Set. Now, who the hell are Sport Media Set? I need to know this. Let me retweet this because the person that's done it is Tranquilli Palmieri, who's obviously big on being sport correspondent over there as well, which is quite a. Like, if there weren't any truth to it, why would he tweet that? But I need to know who these lot are. Who are these lot? Who are these? I don't even follow them. I don't know who these guys are, but they're obviously an Italian journalist set, sports media set they're called. They've came out of this comment saying that Chelsea have agreed a deal with Perisic as a free agent according to Sports. How do you feel about that? That's really caught me off guard. How would you feel about the likes of Perisic playing for Chelsea Football Club? My honest opinions, the guy's quite old. How old is Perisic? Let's have a look now. Let's quickly have a look at Perisic. How old is he? He's 33 years old. Transfer market. Let's get the transfer market up on him. What the hell? I was just about to get into something else, and then I'm reading this. This popped up. So Ivan Perisic is 33 years old. Croatian, as we know. Now, when we look at his stats, let's have a look at his stats. Current season stats. Let's have a look at that. Again, they're doing very well in Italy. Don't get wrong, he's doing very well in Italia anyway. I know that, Serie A. He's got 33. He's played 33 games. He's only scored 7 goals and assisted 6. So out of 33 games, that is quite a low number of goals and assists created. That is unusual. Is he just for backup? Is it just to strengthen the depth that we need to do in the forward line? Surely he's not a starter. If it was true, why would we be interested in Perisic? A lot of people are saying, big up to everyone in the chat. Everyone's saying he's too old. I just want to have a quick look at that. So just breaking out of the blue before we even got into it, there's talks about Chelsea potentially being linked to Perisic. Don't ask me why. Big up to everyone in the chat. Declared Sosa, Gary, AK, Concierge of Crime, Football Style, Ruben, Gary Milburn, Declared. All of you guys would be your lot. I mean, really? Would he be a Marcus Alonso replacement in a back three? I mean, in a free system? What? That don't make no sense, does it? I've been bringing up Ivan Perisic for weeks. Underrated old player, just a stopgap to Chelsea, the Kings player, bro. That's all cool, but he's 33 years old. He's surely not coming in to be that main man. He has to be squad depth. He scored 7 goals in 33 appearances with only 6 assists. Is that Chelsea quality? Is that the quality of Chelsea Football Club? I don't know. I mean, look, if it's for the depth kind of things, cool. If he's free agent, and people saying potentially free agent, he is apparently a free agent. It just depends on the wage roll for me again. Declared saying you'd rather have a youth player. This is the thing, guys. This is the real big thing. Do you bring in a 33-year-old Italian Perisic, who's got the experience, the know-how, played in with big teams, or do you look at your youth academy and you bring in players that don't have the experience and just give them the time and bring them in as a squad player? Because both, for me, have to be squad players. The difference is, do you bring one with experience or do you bring one with not experience? Jim, he has been playing wing-back, bro. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. In the free system as a wing-back. I know he's a wing-back. I'm just saying. Is that what you want? We only need him for when we're getting rid of 2 to 3 players and only as a squad player. Similar role to Ziyech this year. I don't know, guys, man. I don't know about that one. We have Chile. I would love the depth of a Perisic. Yes, true. True. But then again, like I keep saying, Josh, what would you prefer? What would you prefer to see at the football club? Would you prefer the experience? Would you prefer to give one of the young boys an opportunity to go to be in the team and work around the players that we currently have? Sorry, I'm just getting so many messages. I don't know if you've seen recently. I'm going to share it with you guys in a bit, but I've gone slightly viral over Twitter with something that I brought up yesterday, which I'm going to share with you guys in a minute. It's quite a funny. Quite funny. It's quite funny. And sorry, I'm just reading some of these comments that people are putting out. Have some shame. Yeah, Chelsea not getting any players in the player of the season awards in the Premier League as well is an absolute joke. How the hell is Thiago Silva not a part of that? How is he not a part of that? I don't know, man. We have enough youth in this damn team. Yeah, I agree. But we still have more that are still out on loan that potentially we could bring back. Okay. No, I'm not completely against the idea of Perisic coming in. But if he's coming in just to be squad depth, cool. Is it rotation to Perisic, to Chilwell? Fine. We can live with that. That's cool. But he's 33. So how many years are you getting out of Ivan Perisic at Chelsea? Would be my question mark. How many years? I don't see it being many, is what I'm trying to get at. I don't really see it being many. Ivan is a baller, to be fair to him. Prefer Cucurella. But exactly, again, would you rather a Premier League proven player comes in? Perisic just never played in the Premier League. At the age of 33, will he be able to adapt? Will he be able to play at that role? There's big question marks around that. I don't know. At his age, has he still got the engine in the tank? I don't know, guys. But anyway, going away from that and going over to this. There you go. So that's that on Perisic. The next thing that I wanted to quickly touch on before we get the panel in, because we've got the Liverpool panel coming soon as well. We've got a load of Liverpool people and myself having a discussion about the FA Cup. We've also got this, but before we do that, big up to the Blue Lounge. Big up to the Blue Lounge, Mo. Make sure you go and check him out, guys, as well. Show some love to GNA TV and smash the likes, people. You heard him. You heard the guy. Make sure you're smashing the like button, guys. Please do that. Let's try and get this over 50 likes as quickly as possible. We're only on 27. We can easily get to 50 right now. Over 51 people here. Big up to every single one of you guys. I hope you're having a great day as well and a great weekend. Yes, I know. Keep me in the loop in regards to Kovacic while I'm live because I can't watch it. But big up to him. The next bit of news that I quickly wanted to share is the news around what we just broke here. Ben Jacobs has just broke. Clear Lake Capital, Todd Bowley's Premier League owners and directors test is on track. Remember, there was the OD test that the Premier League had set for him to pass. Once he passes, it's then approval from the government, etc., etc. Once he does them two, then we should see that things are ready to go. There's a talks that supposedly that the CPO have also been brought into the loop and are on track with regards to the redevelopment of the stadium and things like that as well. There remains a confidence that the sale of Chelsea will be completed before the 31st, before May 22. May 22 is possible, which is, where are we now? Next week. I did say this. I said next week I have a feeling that potentially we could be sorted. You know, like we could be sorted out. I don't see how this goes to the 31st. Definitely don't see how this goes to the 31st. Big up to Erin in the house. Simon, nice to see you, brother. If you're new to GNA TV, please subscribe to the channel, guys. But make sure we get these likes up, please, as well. Cucurella will hold, BHA will hold Cucurella hostage, expect 50 million. So this is my point. Do you bring Perisic in as a stopgap and then look at Cucurella later? Or if we don't do that, do you go for Cucurella at 50 million, knowing that he's going to be here for a long time, give him a 4 or 5 year contract, which we could do as well? That there's options to the way we're going to play this. It'd be interesting to see how Todd Boehly wants to do this as well. You know, Joseph Agredo. I don't know. People keep sending me stuff, so I'm just reading them. Big up to Blue MCFC in a house as well. There's an exception for Thiago, but not a guy who's doing at the highest level for years as well, and who also plays wing back now. Okay, if the ambition is to watch Ian Metz and develop, then cool. I don't think it's about that. I think what we need to understand is what Todd Boehly and Tuchel's plans are moving forward. Because if it is a stopgap, and it probably is at the age of 33 coming in, you'd probably get a year potentially, and then maybe another, a bit like what Thiago Silva's got with Chelsea, where he comes in, he plays for a season, he has a wage, and then each and every season, if Chelsea think he's good enough and he's done well, they keep him. If they don't, they don't. Is it a massive risk factor? No, but it's making sure that the wage roll and the wage structure around Ivan Perisic is decent, because what we don't want is spending stupid money on a player at 33 years old, which I don't expect Chelsea Football Club to do. You know, this might not be true, but we'll have to see what happens, guys. We have to see what happens. Yes, man, you saw it. You saw it. Well, I don't know if you guys see on yesterday on social media, there was, just to say, Todd Boehly's on track, by the way. We're on track with that. I reckon next week we could have our owners. But so basically yesterday we watched the Arsenal and Spurs game. Spurs-Arsenal 3-0. And I see, obviously, Mikel Arteta sitting there crying about the refs' decisions, this, that, and the other. And I don't know if you guys can see this, but this has done the works. This has gone viral. It's gone on to TalkSport, who have put an article out upon it. It's gone on Give Me Sport, TalkSport. It's all been put out on these associated pages at the moment. And if you haven't seen it, it's already done 165k views. So if you haven't got Twitter, I get it. But if you've got Facebook, Instagram, I'm pretty sure it probably spread it across there. This is the video that basically I've got a Snapchat filter and I put it on Arteta's face. And it just looked beautiful because the way he was moaning and the way that he was crying about the scenario, it just felt beautifully with obviously the filter that was put on his face. So here we go.
You're unhappy with some of the decisions. I don't know how to lie, and I don't like lying, so I can just everything. From the way you say that, I suspect you're unhappy with some of the decisions that went against you in your opinion. Would that be correct? I can see what I was just meaning. Okay. If you're unhappy with your players, I'll just should ball me then. So will you talk about the first one penalty decision and then the second yellow card, or are you concerned? Coming from the camera and made his decisions. His decision.
There you go, guys. There you go. A little bit of fun there for you guys. Yeah, that went viral, man. That went viral. It went viral across TalkSport and Give Me Sport. Probably other places that I haven't seen as well. But it was funny, man. I'm not gonna lie, it was proper funny, proper funny. I'll take Perisic as well. Rams in the background of what he's doing. I know his camera's off and he's muted, but he is here. Ivan Perisic is a legit 2-footed wingback and can play both sides. Not a pretender. Surprised by it. Fair enough. It's not unlikely. He did tear his ACL and he's already back training and he'll be fine come start of the year, is what Josh is saying as well. Arteta in is what seriously Matty's saying as well. Big up to Jeremy as well, man. Nice to see you in the house, bro. I hope you are well. Ram, did you see my viral tweet? Yeah.
I saw that video go out in multiple places, man. It's funny. It's so effed, but it's so effed that it's so funny. It's like, oh my days. I oversaw Sky Sports do a thing on it. So mad. It's mad. But that's what they get, man. These Arsenal fans have been talking their talk, man. They deserve all what they get.
Mate, all I'd done was do a filter on Snapchat. Yeah, I put it on his face. And it just, that crying filter. At the whole press conference, honestly, it just went viral. So all of a sudden, TalkSport will put an article out on it, Give Me Sport will put an article out on it. It's just spread across Twitter massively. All I'd done was use my phone, zoomed in on his face. And it was just perfect because all he was doing was crying about the ref. If I talk, I get suspended. Like, mate.
He tried to be Mourinho and it backfired. He's no Mourinho. He ain't got that sauce like Mourinho. Mourinho's a master.
It was genius from you, Gemno, because it just correlated so well.
I didn't even know what he was going to say. I just see him pop up and I was like, Snapchat filter. I'm sure he's going to do something. And then all of a sudden he started just talking about getting suspended, blaming the ref. And I was just like, oh, this is perfect. Like, he could have done it at any better time. But Romel, is it Romel? Is that the correct?
Romel or Rom for sure.
All right. Okay, cool, bro. How you doing, man? Welcome to the show.
I'm good. Thanks for having me, man. I'm good. Yourself?
I'm not bad, mate. I'm not bad. It's been quite a hectic week, as always, for me. I'm always up and down, running around. It's crazy life for me. Crazy. But we move. We have got two other people joining us, haven't we? We've got Saints. Is it Saints FC joining us as well? And then we've got
Saints.
Oh, Winter Surfer coming. I did message Carefree Lewis as well, see if he wants to jump in as well. But guys, we've got to get these likes up. I know the press conference for Chelsea is right on as we speak at the moment. You can keep me updated on injuries because we know Mateo Kovacic picked up quite a knock against Leeds. Whether he will be available against Liverpool, I'm pretty sure Thomas Tuchel will be confirming. Will be confirming in that press conference. So keep me in the loop on the news, please, and that one. Also sharing your socials as well. Should we get into it, guys? Obviously, big FA Cup final between Chelsea and Liverpool. I'll start with Ron because obviously he's new here. And Ram, I talk to you all the time, to be honest. So it's I'll talk to the newbie here. Fabinho. Actually, let's just bring Winter Surfer in as well. Winter Surfer's got his scarf on. Yes, Winter Surfer. Yes, bruv. Bowley's Blues. What you saying?
I'm prepared for battle, Jim. Let's do it. I'll go even further to the extremes. All right.
All right. Going back to Ron. Obviously, Fabinho is confirmed by Klopp that he won't be available. For you, how much of a big miss is he for a final on the weekend?
It's a massive blow. He's just, for me, he's always one of the first names on the team sheet. However, Kante always seems to give him a run around, but for what he does for us, it's a massive blow. It is a massive blow.
I hear you. Who do you think will come in to replace him in that position?
100% Hendo in the six. He's intelligent. He's not. I'd say he is intelligent. He may not be as intelligent as Fabinho, but I feel that he's the only player that can replicate what Fabinho does to Fabinho's level. I think anyone else in that six will get exposed. I don't think we even have a lot of people that can play in that six. Milner, I don't trust. I think Milner needs to be in that 8. But yeah, it's only Henderson for me that can replace Fabinho in that 6.
Fair enough. Rams, I'll ask you the same question. No, Fabinho is obviously a big miss for you guys. Henderson, do you think he's good enough to do a job there against Chelsea?
Yeah, I mean, of course he's good enough to do a job job against you guys. This season he has been is not something new to him. He has been playing the sixth throughout the season. Sometimes it's been his best position. At times he's had his best performances at that number 6. I'll say one thing I do agree with Roms is that he doesn't have the intelligence of Fabinho. Fabinho knows when to break up play and knows when to distribute when needed. I don't think Henderson has that intelligence, but one thing I do give to him is that he's a lot more mobile than Fabinho. So maybe the lack of intelligence can be lifted by that physicality and stamina that he has compared to Fabinho, because Fabinho at times can get outrun on the counter attack, and I don't think Henderson can get outrun because I think he can just keep on going because he's just that kind of player.
Yeah, I hear you. We'll come back to Liverpool in a second. Winter Surfer, Chelsea. Obviously, the press conference on as we speak at the moment. I've probably got a couple of people in the chat that are over there. I did say to him, let me know about Mateo Kovacic. Obviously, he got a dirty tackle against Dan James. At least I was at that game as well. Funny enough, it was fucking.
Ben Chilwell's still out, Jim. I can guarantee Ben Chilwell's still out.
Oh yeah, Ben Chilwell. Ben Chilwell. Yeah, I'm not. I ain't thinking about Ben Chilwell. I'm talking about.
But he always announces it just in case people.
Yeah. Kovacic, because there's been pictures of him, hasn't there, today? With actually peak training and whatever. But no, he's ready. Yeah. Mateo Kovacic, whether he's fit or not, we'll probably find out in the next 20 minutes or so. How much of a big miss is he if he isn't fit?
Oh, it's a massive miss. The pivot of Jorginho and Kovacic is the best this season at Chelsea, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It's a massive miss. It's unlucky because I think if he hadn't missed a few games for injury, I think he'd be player of the season. I think, or he'd be up there at least. He's very underrated. We've seen what he can do. He's one of the best midfielders in the Premier League this season. He has been. He will be a massive miss, but I was hearing that they're expecting him to be. Well, we'll get it from the press conference.
Well, that's what Aaron's saying here. He's saying that they're surprised. This is Tuchel's is. It's surprised that Kova has a chance to play, as there is no new injury, just a lot of pain, but he could play.
Yeah, he could play. Do you know what? I've got a guess that he might be on the bench. He might not start. That's what I feel it might happen.
Do you not feel it determines on N'Golo Kante though? Because we know Jorginho is going to be starting, and I mean, obviously,
the usual thing is at the moment with Kante is that Tuchel tends to play whenever he's fit, no matter what match practice he has, he throws him straight in, which can be a good or a bad thing, you know. Yeah. But Kovacic will be a massive miss if he can't play at all tomorrow. A massive miss.
Yeah, Lewis.
Yo,
what's happening, bro?
Third clean sheet in a row and man of the match award for the Danish Maldini tomorrow. FA Cup final.
Hey, Lewis, this energy was not here when you were on Coppish, bro.
I know, but guess what? I woke up. It's been a nice day. The sun is shining, and I'm in a good mood. So you know what? I'm going to be a little bit shameless here. Liverpool are getting corned, but yeah, it is what it is.
Flip flop.
Yeah. When you obviously you was at the game with me at the Leeds game, and obviously we saw that Dan James tackle on Kovacic. I mean, if he is on the bench, are you confident in our midfield actually getting the job done? Like, who'll come in as well?
Who, Kovacic?
Yeah.
If we start without him, I'm not going to be too confident. Like, N'Golo's been trashed the whole year, but this is what it is. Like, I'll be real. I'm going into this game just, as the name says, carefree. If we lose, oh well. If we win, nice. But that's it. Like, all I really wanted was top 3. It's taken ages to get there, and I guess we're here now. So, yeah, if we add another trophy to it, nice little icing on top of the cake, but the cake still tastes like shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. I keep getting feedback. I don't know if it's me or something.
Once.
Let me see. Yo. Yeah, that's better. It's Lewis. Lewis, sort out your dodgy Wi-Fi, bro. Yeah, no, I hear you. Like, I think Mateo Kovacic will be a big miss for Chelsea anyway, personally. I think he's the guy that gives us the energy in the midfield that we need. He can break the lines. Not always the greatest in the final third at making the right choice, but I think when you look at what he's done this season, I think if you're a Liverpool fan and you see that Kovacic is out, you're probably a little bit happy with that. Personally, I think he's probably are. Because he is a threat for you guys. I know he scored that great goal against you guys at home, if you remember, on the volley. As Ram calls it, it's a fluke. That wasn't a fluke, Ram. Don't even try.
No, it defies logic. There was no
Ram,
was so
let's be
poor.
honest. He meant that. Give credit where
He meant
credit's due.
it, but the way he kicked it, that's not possible. I'm sorry, that's not possible. The way he kicked it, that's not possible.
Did you see it happen, Rams? Then it's
Yes,
possible,
I
okay?
To be honest, I could say the same thing for a Naby Keita every time he takes a shot outside the box. He doesn't,
But he did it at Leipzig, so there's a little bit of evidence there. So you can say that. But
No, go
against us.
no,
Yeah.
but Kovacic for me, I need to before what's the year? Was it 2019 or no? Sorry, 2020. I didn't rate the guy. I thought the guy was like how do you say it? You know where you bandwagon with the great players. So like like Maxwell used to do it with Ibrahimovic or something like that.
Yeah.
I thought he did that with Croatia and Real Madrid. Like you had Kroos and Modric, and then Croatia they had Brozovic, Rakitic, and Modric as well. And then the guy's just showing up. When he came to the Premier League, he's showing up and he's showing how much of a baller he is and the hype that he used to get when he was younger. So fair play to him.
So I want to just quickly go back to Rom in a second, but obviously what I'm doing right now is I'm looking at the last 3 games that we played each other. And when you look at the last 3 games, obviously I think we've drawn 2.
Who's man of the match?
Shut up. we've drawn 2, and we obviously lost 1 in penalties. And when I look at the way you set up, obviously you look here, you've got obviously Arnold, Matip, Van Dijk, Robertson, Elliott came in that game, Fabinho, Henderson, Mo Salah, and Firmino, Mane. Now, you haven't seen, I don't think you'll see people like Firmino because of the obviously bringing in of Diaz, who I think is an automatic star as well. But then when you look at the lineup again at home when we drew 2-2, and that, look, Ram, look at that beautiful technical hit of the ball, bro. Look,
no, it's not. That just defies logic, man. Stop it.
The team was slightly.
Kovacic does that.
Yeah, there was no Harvey Elliott. There's no Harvey Elliott. Yeah, there was no Matip. Kanate comes in. Milner came in that game.
No Alisson as well.
In as well. Yeah, Alisson was out as well. So again, you could look at that and go a complete different team, even a different 3 when you look at obviously Jota coming in for Firmino. But then we played you guys obviously in the cup, not this one. Wrong one.
That was the most draining game I've been at. It was just exhausting.
Yeah, I can imagine. To be honest, I'll be honest with you. I don't know how we didn't beat you that day. We had so many clear-cut chances in front of goal. We just couldn't bury them. And
That defies logic, that game.
Well, we do that again, we lose to you. You can't do that against Liverpool. If you don't take your chances, they've just got the quality that will end you. And that's the way it is. Like, you look at this team, and obviously now Diaz, Mane, and Salah seems to be the main set 3 for you guys and has been since he's sort of come through the door more so. But in terms of the defence, obviously Matip started that game as well. Do you think it's going to be, obviously minus him Fabinho, do you think it's going to be more of the same in terms of the same personnel and lineup for you?
I don't know if Ram agrees, but I start Kanate in this game only because I do feel Chelsea will beat our offside traps worked very well this season. I think we've conceded more offside trap goals than actual goals. I don't know if that still stands after the Villa game, but it was before the Villa game. But I start Kanate in this game. Fullbacks pick themselves. Robbo was fully rested midweek. But I do feel Chelsea will beat our offside trap once or twice. And I'll rather Ibu running back than Matip running in treacle, because if Werner, Perisic or Mount, whoever it is, even Lukaku are running through on goal, I think Ibu has the pace to catch up with them. But with that being said, Matip does have the intelligence, and he normally doesn't. He normally is the one who steps up in sync with our back 3. And sometimes Ibu has let us down recently, because even one of the Villa goals or the game before that, he played one of the goals on the side. But I play Kanate. Van Dijk and the fullbacks pick themselves, but the one tweak I would make is Kanate in for Matip this game.
Fair enough. I hear that. The reason you're picking Kanate is it mainly just the pace factor for you? Is it
100%? Because I do feel Christian Pulisic, and I think you'd all three agree, hasn't had the greatest of seasons. I rate him highly. I always have. But it's like he plays Liverpool and a switch just flicks. Like he turns into Prime. I remember in our title winning season, his little cameo, he looked like Prime Messi. His goal this season at the bridge, quality goal. Even though I think if Ali plays, he doesn't score that, but that's a conversation for another day. But I do feel that Ibu is more catered to your pace. And again, when this isn't a stream for the Champions League final, but I think both of them deserve to start a final, and I would rather match it in the big years. So Ibu's place for me this game.
With Konate in that team, do you think this is as strong as you can go without Fabinho as well?
Yes, I do. And one big plus, and I know Ram will smile at this, we haven't had Thiago for any game against Europe this season. So that's probably what gives me the most confidence going into the game. For once, our main man, our second biggest creator for me after Trent, starts this game. So I think that's as strong as we can go without Fabinho, yeah.
Fair enough. I hear you. Ram, same question to you, really. Is this probably the strongest you can go without Fabinho? And what else would you change about it for you guys?
I think so as well. I would play a midfield of Naby, Thiago, hoping to God he stays fit until the game starts, and Hendo. You know what? I wouldn't mind Ibu playing because not only because of his pace, but he's also a massive threat at set pieces. Because a lot of his goals, I can remember Benfica home and away, and the Manchester City semi-final. He is dominant in the box, and I do fancy him up against the likes of Rudiger, Krusty the Clown, and people like that, or even Trevor Chalobah if he's playing. So, yeah,
Excuse me.
No, you know what I said, man. Krusty the Clown. I do.
No, I don't understand that. This guy has come to your home and owned it the last 2 times. Please have some respect.
I mean that's semantics.
Anfield's his training ground. Come on, man.
We move. It's semantics. Is he going to be even playing for you, or does he have like a stomach bug or something?
For your sake, I'd hope he doesn't.
We move.
You move your fucking attackers, bro.
Bro, leave it out, bro.
Isn't his head in Catalonia, though? His head must be in Catalonia.
Nah, man. Andreas Christensen, The Last Dance. You already know the story.
You mean James Milner, The Last Dance? No, sorry. Divock Origi, The Last Dance. That is where it's at. That is where.
Oh, what he's doing? What he's done the last 5 years and just sitting on the bench.
Yeah, and scoring in finals. That's what he does.
Oh well, he hasn't scored against us yet, so. Maybe it'll be his lucky day.
We'll see. But yeah, for me, I wouldn't mind Konate playing. I don't think Havertz will be playing this. I think Havertz will be playing with Lukaku, and someone like a Lukaku. I think he wants to go up. He doesn't want to go up against Van Dijk. He'll go up against his partner. So I think it'll be a good matchup, Konate against Lukaku.
Okay, well, there's over 150 of you here, guys. Big up to everyone in the chat, as always. Please smash the like button. Get this over 100 likes if you can. Winter Surfer, I want to concentrate on the defence before we start talking about the attack. Chalobah had a good game last game round against Leeds. Obviously, Christensen's available. Thiago Silva didn't play that game, so you'd expect him to potentially come in this game. What are you doing? What are you doing with this defence? What is our best? If we're going to play the free, what is the best free to play against Liverpool?
We obviously go Rudiger and Thiago Silva, and then for me personally, I go Christensen or Chalobah. I'll probably go Christensen because he's got more big game experience. Because I want Reece on the right wing back. I don't want him really as the right centre back because then that means we're playing Azpilicueta at right wing back, and I really don't want that. So I would play it's Thiago Silva, obviously Rudiger, and either Christensen or Chalobah. I'll probably put Christensen in there ahead of Chalobah, but I wouldn't be surprised if Chalobah starts. But I play that back three to counteract. Chalobah I thought he had a good game in the League Cup final against Liverpool. I don't think he was bothered that much until Keita tried to end his future family, but that was all good. But yeah, I'd go Christensen, Rudiger, and Thiago Silva if it was me. And unfortunately, I have Alonso at left wing back and Reece James at right wing back. But there we go. That's me. I don't know what Lewis thinks, but
What he said.
good contribution, bro.
All
You
I'm
basically said it
saying,
all for me.
I would disagree. I think Chalobah had a impartial League Cup final. I think he struggled against Luis Diaz. I really did. I kind of felt sorry for him.
I don't think he did. I think Luis Diaz early part, and this is me getting him because I think he's been brilliant since he's come in. I think he had a couple of early things, and then I don't really remember him doing much on that side at all. Whether that was a combination of, I think Reece came on that game if I remember. Did he come on that game? I can't remember. I think he did, and then Chalobah, whoever. But listen, that's why I'll go with Christensen instead because he's got better big game experience at the moment. So I'd go with that. But it's one of those things. I don't know why Chelsea fans bother doing a prediction of starting lineup. We always get it wrong, so we never get it right. So I think he'll go with the more experienced back three.
I was also going to say, as you lot being Chelsea fans, I do feel Christian probably is more suited to this game as well. Also because I do rate Chalobah, but he also gifted us a goal within the first 10 minutes at the bridge, didn't he?
He did.
So
he did.
That shows, obviously mistakes do happen, but that shows I do feel Christian will deal with this occasion slightly better. And I don't want to get Lewis back on his high horse, but Ram doesn't want to hear this. But Christian has played well against us last couple of games, so I think that really just makes sense.
Roms, the last time I remember Christensen having playing against us is where he tried to pull Mane's shorts down.
Yeah.
Of course you remember that one and not the 2 man of the match games after that. Fair enough. I wouldn't want to remember them either.
But by the way, have you guys seen the Premier League Player of the Season?
Yeah,
that is a joke. That is a joke.
No, I haven't seen it yet.
So basically, it comprises of Trent Alexander-Arnold, Kevin De Bruyne, Joao Cancelo, Mohamed Salah, Bukayo Saka, James Ward-Prowse.
Yeah?
Yeah, I said James Ward-Prowse. I can't remember the last two.
Why is Thiago Silva not in here, bro? I find this a really heavy.
I was just about to say that.
Look, I
see, bro. What the fuck?
Arsenal fans are not going to like this, but Thiago Silva and Alisson should be in there instead of James Ward-Prowse and what's his name?
I swear James Ward-Prowse didn't have a free kick. He wouldn't even.
Why is James
even talk about him?
Where are they? They're 12th. What's he even doing?
Lower.
No sense, bro.
Lower.
They're lower. They're like
Literally.
14th, aren't they? 14th,
They're
14th
or 15th.
That's ridiculous.
We're going to finish third, right? I mean, there's not one player in that in there, and we're third. How do you work that one out?
It should. If the narrative is Liverpool and City are the best, and Chelsea are the best of the rest, and Thiago Silva has been Chelsea's best player this season.
Should be in there.
It should be Thiago Silva, and then the majority should be Liverpool and City players.
But you know why, didn't you? I don't want to get into it, but you know, with all the things with the sanctions.
And Son as well. Son as well. I'm sorry.
All the things that are happening with Roman and the sanctions and things like that, I do think plays it.
It plays a part, yeah.
It's not even that. No, I think it's because I'm sorry, but Bukayo Saka shouldn't be there. I get it if he wins Young Player of the Season, but Phil Foden was just as good as Bukayo Saka last season. Phil Foden was just as good last season. You can even argue this season.
Rice should be in the main award and not the Young Player award. I think Rice has had an excellent season.
Yeah, but
not just that. Mason Mount, and I know people are going to go, "Oh my god, here we go." But Mason Mount's in terms of outputs, has done these based on these last 2 seasons, has completely blown that away. He's one of the only players that's got double digits assists with assists and goals out of players that are in the Premier League. Like, how is he not even there? He's got 11 assists and 14 fucking goals.
Jem Lewis and went to Surfer. I've got a question. Where does this disrespect from certain, I'm not going to say all, but from certain Chelsea fans come from Mason Mount? Because I don't know about Ram. I think Mount is...
They just don't like Johnny.
That's the answer. Literally.
So Mount gets hate because of our own. Basically, Ron, the reason Mount gets hate is because of our own fan base. Our fan base overhype players, which makes you end up not hating the player, but ends up disagreeing about what a player's doing. And the problem is, Mason Mount's still a kid. And when he's doing very well, we should be saying he's doing very well. When he's not doing as well, we should be saying he's not doing well. But if we can all understand that he's a kid and he's going to be inconsistent, then we'd be all right. But our fan base on Twitter don't do that.
And no middle ground.
What
middle
I
ground.
think's unfair as well, people are scrutinising him for his Euro campaign, but he was tired. He had played back 50, 55 games before that he was exhausted. So
next season,
I was one of those people.
Next season, he will, if not injured, get his 200th appearance for Chelsea in less than 4 seasons.
Crazy.
In less than 4 seasons.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. He's played a lot of games.
It's madness.
Yeah.
It's madness.
I've always liked the player, to be fair.
But for me, I think is like what Jem said. There's certain people. I think there's also a case of player fan bases. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's
Like,
player
Kai
fan bases.
Havertz fans trying to put up Kai Havertz by putting down Mason Mount, and Mason Mount fans doing the same for Kai Havertz, and they're propping up Mason Mount, and that's a massive problem.
Yeah.
It's like us.
Just
with Sadio
insecurity.
Mane and
Realistically, Mount's been better.
Ram, I think it's creeping in with us as well. We're doing that with Jones and Elliott as well. Like, we're overhyping them, and when they're not playing to a certain standard, we're just bashing them. We need to realise maybe not Jones as such, but Elliott's a kid. Yeah, it's as simple as that.
I just think it's just the player C, player stands, player hires.
Yeah.
I
like,
guarantee you, when Fabio Carvalho comes in, it's going to be him up against Harvey Elliott, because they both came from Fulham as well.
Friends as well, yeah.
Friends as well. Man.
It's one of those, man. But
it's going to happen.
Well, you know what? I want to quickly. Sorry, because I'm typical, isn't it? My phone's going mad today. I've got so much work going on as well.
Oh yeah, Jem, you seen this Perisic news?
Yeah, I did. I went through it at the beginning. Chris, but he could potentially be 33-year-old Perisic could be coming to Chelsea as a free agent, is what we're being told.
A
wing back option, probably strength in depth. He can't be anything else other than backup.
You
for
need
me,
to focus on the right, not the left.
I don't even know what we're looking at.
Nah. We need to focus
left
on
as
the
well,
left.
bro. You get rid of Alonso.
Perisic has 7 goals.
We have Alonso and Sarr. It's just two bozos fighting over who wants to be a hologram in which game.
Just quickly though, going back to the game, Lewis, I'll ask you this: front three. Obviously, we've seen Lukaku, we've seen Pulisic, and we've seen Mount against Leeds. Havertz hasn't been playing the last 2 games, is it now? I think it must be.
Yeah, and we've won.
What? Yeah, but this is where it gets a bit tricky for me. This is where it gets a little bit tricky. You got Lukaku, who's actually scoring goals, which is 3 and 2. Fair enough. One of the teams was 10 men, and the other team, let's be serious, was a pretty open. I don't see that being the case with Liverpool. So, what would be your front three going into this game?
The same one we played against Leeds. Wouldn't change a thing. Lukaku, Mount, Pulisic. Played really well. Pulisic and Lukaku are in brilliant form as well. So you don't bench players who are in good form, especially in our attack, because it's so rare that you have an attacker that's actually playing well. So, yeah, I'll go Pulisic, Lukaku, and Money Mace.
Okay. Winter Server, do you agree?
I agree, but I don't think he will. I think
he's going to put fucking Havertz in there, isn't he?
He's going to be. Havertz hasn't really played the last 2 games. He played a few minutes against Wolves. Didn't play on Wednesday. Lukaku played a full 90 because Tuchel said, he didn't get his goal. We wanted him to get his goal. He played a full 90. I think Havertz will come in. I think Mount will definitely start. I don't know that. I think he'll start Werner instead of Pulisic.
Could I just
so we got both the German Chuckle brothers.
Because of the wider pitch, Jem. He likes wider pitches. So you've got to start Werner because of the wider pitch thing.
Could I just jump in quickly? Carefree, you seem like you're not in favour of Havertz, and I understand your point. You don't drop players that are in form, but Havertz always turns up against us. I remember his outstanding header early in the season at Anfield. His Carabao Cup performance.
Don't do it, bro. That was not an outstanding header. That's another fluky goal.
Ram, you have to give
Thank you,
All
Ram.
their goals are fluky against you. How is that logic?
And let's be real, Ram. The Carabao Cup performance, Havertz had me shaking in my boots. He was just pulling strings.
That's true,
So
bro. That is true. That is true.
I was going to say, so wouldn't you kind of opt for Havertz? Does it form kind of go out
Yeah,
the
but
window?
Havertz was in good form going into that game. He's been arsed the last month.
Yeah, but so I would play Havertz, Mount, and Perisic. That would be my front three personally. And the reason I play that front three is because
You don't like Lukaku.
no, it's not. It's not that I don't like Lukaku. I'm thinking it from
No, you
more
don't
of a-
like Lukaku, Jem.
It's
You
just
don't
cool
like
to
it.
admit it. Like you're
It's
not
not
really a fan of Lukaku right now. I'm not really a fan of Kai right now. It's cool.
I think we'll get a. I'd rather him come off the bench against Liverpool than start this game. The reason I say that is because against Liverpool, we know how aggressive their high line is, how much they're going to push up the pitch. When you have someone like Romelu Lukaku, who we know hasn't got the greatest of movement, is very static in his movement, will want to have that battle with Van Dijk, which I think Van Dijk would want personally. And if it's
He
Matip,
hasn't looked the stack the last few games.
wait. What I'm trying to get at is if you have a player like Kai Havertz up there, who can have that with them sometimes. The difference between the two is their overall movement for me. And when you've got someone that's going to drag you forward, go sides, go left, go deep, that's more of a problem for a defence that's that high up the pitch than someone that's just going to stand there and hold the ball up and try and control.
Right,
And
so
then-
Havertz did all of that in the Carabao Cup final, and how many goals did we score?
That's not the point, Lewis.
That is
you
the
think-
point. What wins you games, movement or goals?
You're talking about playing the. Go on, then, sir. Go on.
I was just going to say, I think Havertz's performance in the League Cup final was good. He did set up. Was it? Did he set up Pulisic for that?
Well,
There's a few
Mount
chances
or
he set
something?
up.
Yeah, he set up a couple of chances, didn't he? Set for Mount. So, listen, I think he'll come. In. I agree. I tend to agree with Lewis that I'd like to see the front three that played, but I just think with it being such a short turnaround, and Lukaku played the full 90 minutes, I think Havertz comes in, like you said, Romy. Havertz tends to play well against Liverpool last couple of times. It's just, Lukaku seems to be coming into his own. I don't know whether it's a false dawn or whatever, but I think he will go with Havertz. And like I said, because of the wide pitch, I think he'll go with Werner as well. Is Pulisic?
Really?
I really do. I think he'll go. We've heard the reports about Werner. He prefers the wider pitches, and whatever. I don't agree with it because he's crap.
Well,
But
yeah.
so I don't care how wide the pitch is. Just
We
means
will
he's
do a
crap on
combined.
the wider pitch.
We
So,
will,
so-
yeah. We will do a combined 11, quick combined 11. But just quickly, before we go into it, obviously, Ivan Perisic has reached an agreement with Chelsea. Only medical examination and his signature are missing.
Wow.
So apparently that is...
and the
Happening
club being sold.
this time.
Jim.
Yeah, and the club is. So, yeah, for them to be doing that tells me that the club must be sold and not been announced yet. I think that's all going to come out very, very soon as well.
Well, we
I
got
want
that
to
new sponsorship deal as well, didn't we, for the sleeve?
Yeah,
So,
yeah. I want to ask Rom and the Rams. You've heard us Chelsea fans moaning about Lukaku playing, not playing. If you being Liverpool fans, who would you prefer to play against? Who would you prefer to play against out of Havertz and Lukaku?
Can I
Or would
say
you
this
not?
one, Roms? Can I say this one?
Yeah.
I don't mind either because both of them have different sets of strengths that they possess. Kai Havertz is a lot more creative and a lot more intelligent with his runs, but Lukaku's just he's a monster truck. Like when he gets going, he gets going. Not a lot of people find it difficult to stop. So for me, either one of those players are going to pose a threat in any way, shape, or form. So I don't mind who you bring out because they're both as equally potent and difficult to play against as each other, in my opinion.
Okay, Rom, what do you say, bro? What do you feel after what
No.
you've seen this season between Chelsea and Liverpool?
Just echoing what Ram said, I think both of their strengths lie in different areas of the pitch. I think Havertz will be pivotal in the build-up, but then if you ask me who I wouldn't want to face one-on-one situation, it is Lukaku once you get to that final third. So either of them pose a threat, but if you had to ask me and just pick a name, I'd rather play against Lukaku than Havertz. I just feel Havertz will have more of an influence. And whereas you were, I'm not even going to say unlucky because it was just a lack of quality, but whereas you didn't finish your chances in the previous final, I feel Chelsea might this final. And if you ask me who would contribute more to setting up a goal or potentially even scoring the goal, it's Kai Havertz. So I'd rather play against Lukaku.
One thing, Roms, that I think Liverpool owe us a decent performance against these men. They owe us
100%.
because we haven't had a good performance against them this season.
It's true. It's true.
Go on.
Sorry, you've taken the words out of my. I was going to come on to that later on in the show. It's been 3 draws, and I don't feel we've played well in any of them. The only time we played well is you can't even really say well because we didn't get the result. But when they had 10 men at Anfield, to be 2-0 up at the Bridge and just be so naive, and this is why I think we'll get into the starting 11 soon. But some Liverpool fans are calling for Milnerson to start with Thiago. I don't think that can happen because in the 2-2 draw, you saw what can happen. And yeah, you're so right, Ram. We need a good. I obviously want the result, but I want the performance to come with it. I don't want it to be a game where we get the result. A lot of people say, "Oh, the result just matters," but I don't just want the result and a bad performance. I want both.
I thought you guys were in the 2-2 draw. I thought you battered us until we scored the first.
Yeah, I agree.
Because I thought you should have been 3 or 4-0 up until we scored.
100%.
Kovacic scored because I remember Chalobah, although he made a mistake, he sort of made up for that by stopping Salah going through, I think, once or something like that. So I think the first 40 minutes or something in that game, I thought you were
But
good.
Winter Surfer, with that being said, correct me if I'm wrong, but Perisic literally had a chance the first 3 minutes.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
If you had a more potent attacker, you could have been 1 up as soon as the game started.
Well, that's why I keep saying to people that people don't understand, that don't obviously watch Chelsea Liverpool games. In the league, on form and against other opponents, Liverpool are far ahead. When we play each other, the gap is not that big.
And
it's
that's
not
what
big at all.
That's what I said. Literally saying, echoing what you said. The gap's wider against other opposition, but when we actually go toe to toe with Chelsea, there is not much in it. And that's certain Liverpool fans are deluded and will just say, overall, we're so ahead of them. We are ahead, but the gap's not as big as some Liverpool fans think it is. And you have to just watch the games to see that.
Yeah, guys. Sorry, I'm back. I'm back now. Is cover available? Tuchel said he's still carrying pain. But he could start. So
he's playing. He's playing. Stop it with this.
Ram, you're like me. Until you see the team sheet, you're not falling into these mind games.
I'm sorry.
I don't know. I haven't seen him in training yet. I haven't seen any pictures.
I'm so vexed about this. Pep said Kyle Walker was out for the season, and then I saw him rock up at the Bernabeu.
Exactly.
I am not trusting no manager no more.
He's out now, though, isn't he? He's out.
Trust Tuchel, not the bold fraud.
Ram, as far as we know, the only absentee they have guaranteed is Chilwell. Other than that, I'm not hearing anyone else.
Yeah, I don't hear no Conte hasn't been in training.
Until I see the team sheet.
Guys,
I want to hear that.
I'm going to ask the Chelsea fans this. Do Liverpool have any weaknesses?
We've just been saying, I don't think weaknesses, but I don't think Klopp likes playing this Chelsea. I don't think he likes playing. It's so close. We've already seen the season. The games are so close. It could flip either side. And I don't think Klopp, no matter what form they're in, I don't think Klopp likes playing against us for some reason. I think it's just so close. I don't think the weakness.
To me,
I can't think. Midfield without Fabinho, maybe, but it's still going to be tight, no matter if Fabinho's there or not. So I don't think.
For me, it's frustration, because we definitely can frustrate Liverpool, and that's why I think we can strike them. It's about making sure we don't concede early, and also I say in transition because of their high line, but Liverpool are also very good at offsides, so it's about timing them as well. And that's also why I would prefer Lukaku, because I do believe he can make the most out of it. But again, it is about timing as well. And also, he had a bullshit offside call in the last final, but it is what it is.
I think it'll be on us. Liverpool will give us chances. We've just got to take them. And we haven't taken them. That's the thing.
I agree with that. I think when you play this Liverpool team, I think you will always get chances. But at the same time, they are very good. They take big risks when it comes defensively. When you think about how high that line is when that they play, they do that because they try and suck teams out. Do you know what I mean? They try and win balls back quicker. They try and dominate the overall possession, and a lot of times it's worked, and it has worked for Klopp in a while. But you're right, chances do get created. It does also help from our perspective when you've got such a great goalie in Alisson, who does dig you out quite a lot in many occasions as well. But from your guys' perspective, as Liverpool fans, when you look at this Chelsea team, do you feel there's many weaknesses looking at it, or what would you think you would need to do to beat this Chelsea team?
I'll start this one off, Ram. It would be cliche to say Alonso, target the left, but Alonso has done well. It hurts me to say has done well, but I do feel this is the game where we need a performance from Salah, and Ram will agree because he's been shy of recent. I'm sorry, I called him out. I love the guy, but he's not even of recent. Let's just say since AFCON. But I think if Trent and Salah can just be in sync as they usually are,
be the right one.
Yeah. And if they could be in sync and just give Alonso a hard time down that left, I do think that is where, I'm not going to say the game could be won or lost, but that's where we can have quite a lot of success.
That's funny. I agree with you normally. Alonso wrapped up Salah in that.
I know. I had to chuck that
Salah's
in there. He's
best
done well.
Was when he went to the left side and he had a shot, or he's 1-on-1 or something. He didn't think he hit it wide. But
chipped, yeah.
It's chipped and it went wide.
And
Salah's. I think he's got the numbers, isn't he? But he's not had the performances since AFCON. And
he does struggle with that when he's not given the time and space to be impactful as well. You know,
he's been a moments player. I know people don't like it, but he's been a moments player this season.
Yeah,
especially since 2022. Because if you think about Man City, one moment put a ball in towards Mane and there's a goal.
Yeah.
He's only been moments. Hasn't had actual proper performances. The last one I'll probably say is Leeds, but then everyone has a good game against Leeds. Like I even told Jem, you're gonna beat, you're gonna slap them. So he does owe us a big, and bro, it's a final. It's a final. Ooh. You know, if you wanna perform, do it now.
Just to add to Jem's question, there is another weakness. Again, I think he's a great keeper. But Edouard Mendy, and not just his shot stopping of recent. I called this out, and I know Ram has I said this from early, even after you won the Champions League. I said he's a great keeper, but he's not sound with his feet. And I think if we can pressure him early whilst he has the ball, because Chelsea will play it back to him quite often, I think we can get success there also.
And Roms, guess who knows him the best? Mr. Sadio Mane.
Exactly.
He knows his weaknesses. To be fair, Mendy does know where. I mean, in terms of shots placing, he knows where he's going to put it. But it's big for us because if we can find a weakness out of Mendy, then boy,
I won't disagree with
it.
Go on.
I don't know why people just doesn't say to Mendy, just boot it. Don't worry about it for the rest of the season. We'll work it in the summer. Just boot it. That's all I care about. Don't care where it goes, just boot it.
I think he feels in himself that he's better than what he actually is sometimes. You know, when he gets the ball, I think he thinks I can get this ball there. And then he does it, and sometimes it works, and sometimes it's like, oh shit, what you just done. But if I'm with him, especially in the final, I would just take no risk, just hoof every ball that comes here. Because one thing that Liverpool will do is they will press up the front, and Diaz will come at him, Mane will come at him, Salah will shut him down. Klopp will be sitting there and saying, every time Mendy gets the ball and we're high up the pitch, press him, get on him, just keep forcing him to do something, And that could be an area that we make a mistake upon, which leads to you guys obviously scoring a goal. But at the same time, where you're relentlessly good at pressing, and I've watched you numbers of times this season, if you do beat that pressing, I'm talking about the midfield, that pocket of space is gaping. And if you've got the right players with the right speed, with the right understanding in them positions, Liverpool are in trouble. They're trying to get back into position because do you know what I mean? It's very, very aggressive.
And just to add to that, Jem, if you do beat our press, we now don't have our most intelligent player that reads the space. He's out. So you're spot on. You're spot on.
It's going to be a good game for me over. I know Lewis has got to leave. Look, Lewis, 1 second. Lewis, as you've got to shoot, mate, give us your final thoughts and your score predictions, mate, for tomorrow.
2-0 Chelsea. Andreas Christensen first goal, Lukaku second to kill it off. Man of the match for the Danish Maldini, and Liverpool tears going all down Wembley way.
You're an actual flip flop. You did
And
not
then you
have this
wake up.
energy yesterday evening. You did not.
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't do any streams yesterday.
Shut up.
What are you on
Liar.
about?
Moving like Pep, you liar.
I don't know what you're talking about, man. But
I
that's
got
what
the
it is.
receipts. I got the receipts, Lewis, man. Don't make me do it.
You check the expiry date on those receipts. Big up you guys anyway. We'll chat on Sunday to celebrate the FA Cup final win. Big up everyone. Up the Chelsea.
See you, mate.
See you later, bro. See you later. So there's over 200 of you here, guys. Make sure we're smashing the like button as always. Subscribe if you're new to GNA TV as well. Please make sure you do that. We are going to do a combined 11 just for a little bit of fun. We might as well do it, isn't
It's not
it?
going to end well, my friend. It's not
Well, it
gonna end
is.
well.
It is going to end well because
Formation is key. Formation is key. That's the
yeah,
first thing.
formation is key, and that look. Listen, viewers, you can get involved as well. You can also get involved in the chat on this as well and give your thoughts and opinions. But if we're talking about formation, what is the most fairest formation? Honestly, because if we do 4-3-3, that works in your favour. That ain't fair. So if we do 3-4-3, it works in Chelsea's favour, and it's not fair.
What
So-
about 4-2-3-1?
That's what I
That's
was going
a
to
shit
say.
This is a shit for what like that 4-2, and imagine they're a bit further up because they've got
Yeah.
shit 4-2-3-1s, haven't they?
Yeah.
That's a bit of a shit 4-2-3-1, though, isn't it? What about a 4-2-2-2? No. Okay.
Are we only choosing from players that are confirmed they're not injured or any doubts?
No, we're talking about players that are injured and that are available. Yeah.
Okay. There's no doubts over them. All right.
I think it's 4-2-3-1 is probably the best one.
You went 4-2-3-1 with a 2.
Yeah, because
All
you
right.
play a double pivot and we don't.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough. Goalie.
Picks itself.
Alisson or Mendy? Because when you talk about, look, I know he's been a bit shaky the last couple.
Stop it,
games.
Jam. No, we know
Wait,
who's the goalkeeper.
Wait. There is
That is
context.
his
to
case.
this, you know. Let's just have a little bit of context to this case. The man has been traveling the world, winning things in the last year or so. Domestically,
my
not domestically, but he's gone to Africa, won the African Cup. He's gone to the Club World Cup. He's gone and won it there. And before he'd even had this drop off, let's be serious. Before he had this massive drop off in the last couple of games, you could probably argue that he was probably one of the best goalie in the world for me personally. A lot of people would agree to that in form at that point because he was so important to Chelsea in regards to, because we weren't scoring many goals and some games we were winning by 1 and 2s because we don't score many goals. He was the difference in us actually gaining them points. And I think Mendy has gained Chelsea so many points this season, especially at the beginning of the season, probably going into sort of a mid-season before he left to go to the AFCON as well. I just feel that sometimes we have a bit of a short-term memory loss and we think about what's happened just at this moment now and forget what he's actually done throughout this whole year. And what he's done throughout this whole year is incredible if you look about what he's won and done up to this point. For me, he was the best goalie in the league at that point. Maybe not at the moment based upon his form, but you know, at the same time, I look at Alisson and I love Alisson. I think Alisson's a great goalie. Don't get me wrong, but he's had his moments. You know, he's had them moments where he's not been himself, or you know, he's had a dry patch in his own performance. For me, I think you could probably argue that it happens as a goalie. Look at the Man City game. Yeah, that was a good example of Alisson. Like he's had moments, you know what I mean, where he's had absolute stinkers. But I don't know. All I'm saying is Alisson's more proven consistency because he's been there longer. Mendy, prior to this little dip in form, was probably the most informed goalie in the world, personally. That's what I would say.
Jem, that was beautiful. It almost brought a tear to my eye. But it's Alisson. I'm sorry, no.
And Ram, I just want to give you your flowers because Ram said, even when Salah was in his hot streak of form before Christmas, Ram said, there's the case that Alisson is our player of the season. And I kind of looked at Ram now, I hear you, but it's a bit absurd at the same time. It's not. And as the season has progressed, Ram, I hold my hands up, you're spot on because Alisson for us, and it's crazy to think how great our squad is. He is our player of the season, honestly, because
Wrongs.
the
All I'm
amount.
saying, yeah. Go on, finish off.
Just to finish off, I think Ram will agree. It's almost getting to the point now where, as a football fan, if the opposition go 1-1 with your keeper, your heart's almost in your mouth, or you stop for a bit. It's getting to the point where I'm slightly relaxed now. Like when I see a player go 1-on-1, I'm just thinking, yeah, Alisson has that, and I say 8 times out of 10, he deals with it. So yeah, Jam, I do rate Mendy. I think once he polishes his distribution, he'll go to that next level. But it has to be Alisson for me. Go on, man.
But I'm saying, yeah, Twitter has been blowing up about this player this season, and every Liverpool fan I've seen on Twitter has been saying, "Where's Alisson?
Yeah.
Where is Alisson?" And I want to make it clear because I did it. I have no shame at all. Yeah, I've been saying it since. All right, big up Saint, big up everyone. I've been saying it since December. I'm saying it since December, and I even went onto the terrace and I got ridiculed on the terrace for saying that Alisson is the best player in the Premier League. He's the Liverpool's best player. So
say it with your chest, bro.
For me, I do deserve my flowers. I'm shameless enough to say I do deserve my flowers because every Liverpool fan's has literally agreed with me. Have agreed with me saying it's Alisson. Alisson deserves to.
All right. Stop talking. You're boring me now. All right, 2 seconds. Saints LFC TV. Welcome to the show, bro. How you doing, my man? You right?
I'm good, brother. I'm good. Sorry, I've walked into this. Is a combined 11?
We are actually starting a quick combined 11, yeah, with Chelsea and Liverpool, yeah.
And what? And Rams has had to talk for more than a minute and a half on why it should be Alisson. What the hell's going on here? What's going on here?
Listen, the disrespect to Mendy shouldn't be there when you look at what he's done before his recent dip in form. And I was talking about in his recent form. So you can't.
That's what I'm saying, though. But the most important part of that sentence, Kev, was.
Yeah, recent form, fine, but it's not the point. Anyway, we move. Winner server, do you agree with him on this one? Do you think Mendy's just?
I love Mendy, but Alisson's overall the overall attributes of Alisson makes him a better goalkeeper, so I choose Alisson.
All right, let's put Alisson in.
Hey, Jem, just to make sure we don't hate Mendy. We all of us. I can speak for Saint and Roms.
We're not talking about Mendy. Hugo Lloris. You know what I mean?
He's a top class. He's top three. He's top three in the league, in my opinion. Better than Ramsdale.
Like that, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Actually, I take it back. I think he's top 2 in the league. I think he's better.
I was going to say, I think he's better than Ederson.
I was going to say, yeah. So for me, Mendy's is a class keeper. You can even say world class as well.
If you're starting a Premier League squad, he's on the bench as number 2.
Yeah. I mean, I'll probably end up giving you this one because we haven't got anyone. Our main one's injured. Robertson's probably.
I like the way he went there. Guys, you see what he done? He knew the contentious one, so I said,
Jem, which left back do you want? Because we can throw in Simicast if you want to.
He's shit. Don't compare him. Alonso's better than him.
Okay, let's not go too far now. With Simicast. Stop it, Jem. Do not disrespect Simicast and
I'm putting Robertson in, all right? I'm putting Robertson in.
Hey, just shout out as well. Listen, happy belated to my Greek scouser as well, man. Don't ever try and talk. Don't talk like that about him. He gets into every top 6.
Yeah, he's average. Yeah, anyway, we move. Anyway, so let's get on with it. Centre back. I'll start with Saint CTV. Who are your 2 centre backs?
Rudiger's kind of gone down the same vein of Mendy. I think if we're going to look at recent form, which is a shame because I'm not going to lie, Rudiger has been on crud. I think he's been really, really good for you lot. But I think obviously now that the talks of Real come through and that he ain't there, innit? His head's gone. So I personally, it would be out of Thiago Silva. It's a tough one because Thiago Silva is a top G. Like, I'm not going to lie. I rate him highly. But at the same time, Matip has been on crud. And VVD is VVD. I'm not going to spend too much time talking about that. So I'm going to preface this, but I do rate Thiago Silva. I don't know if he's been, and you may be able to pull me up, but I don't think recently...
He's been our player of the season. He's been our player of the season.
Yeah, 100%. Oh, yeah, easy. That's not even in question. Like, he is. That's why I don't know.
In the Premier League list of nominees for me personally, when you look at blimmin' people like James Ward-Prowse that are in that stupid list.
I'm not gonna lie, it's really tough, Jem, man, because like Matip has been
it's not tough. Let's make this easy for you. It's Van Dijk and it's Silva. Like that is it. Like there's no Matip, there's no Kanate. Yeah, let's not try and act like this Silva guy doesn't exist. He exists. He's world class.
No, he exists. He exists. He's world class, but then you can't rub out Matip, bro. Let's not
rubbing out Matip. Bye. See you later. Yeah, Thiago Silva is in this team, bro. 100%.
He's hurt, bro. He's hurt, man. Let him have this one. Let him have him. Yeah, hungry, bro. They're hungry.
Listen, I'll ask you other Liverpool fans. Who goes in there then? Go on, tell me, because I know Ram will say Silva VVD. I know he will, deep down, without being a knobhead. Go on.
It's hard, isn't it? Ram, it is hard, isn't it? Because I'm not even sitting there. All jokes aside, Silva VVD is calm.
I tell you what. Cameroonian Beckenbauer has shown up this season.
Oh my God! Get him off this! Get him off this screen,
bro. When he does those amazing runs, I'm sorry.
When he scores goals,
this is Ram's fault. This is Ram's fault. Thiago Silva, Rudiger. There we go.
I don't even know why. I'm gone.
Wait, Jim, you ever let me finish? I would have gone. I think Thiago Silva has been immense for you guys. So I would have put Thiago Silva and VVD in my opinion. If you're going off recent form.
It's hard though, Ram. That's all I wanted. That's all I was trying to say. Was it's not a shoo-in. It's not like it is difficult. Like it is difficult.
It's not. I'm sorry. It's not. What are you saying, Ron?
Yeah, what Ram and Saint said. Matip has just been excellent for us. Again, Thiago Silva, veteran.
Van Dijk can ask, because I've heard a lot of Liverpool fans saying that he should be in before Van Dijk in this.
Who?
This season, there's an argument. Listen, there's an argument. Like that's how good he's been.
So should we take Virgil van Dijk out and put Matip in then?
That's up to you.
Yeah, that's up to you.
You know what? I'm gonna say no. Yeah, only because of the Tottenham game. I said this in the review that Van Dijk was faced a lot more one-on-ones. Do you know what I mean? And with like obviously we're doing this because it's the FA Cup. With I know Werner is he's not scoring, but like the one-on-ones that he will face, I feel a lot more secure with VVD. I know he will just pattern it up. Do you know what I mean?
And just to add to that, saying to come off the back of that mad injury and to have the season he's had, it's just testament to Dijk. So I think Dijk just pips it.
Okay, fair enough. Winter Surfer, as a Chelsea fan, Thiago Silva.
I can't believe he said Cameroonian Beckenbauer. You talk about football history and you mentioned that.
You have man in your fan. You have man in your what's it called?
Fan base saying Danish Maldini.
I didn't even need to finish it. I didn't even need to finish it, bro. Come on, man.
He's mentioned Maldini Winter Surfer.
I don't say it. I've got this.
You don't give enough of a objection to it either.
Exactly.
All I can say is you're lucky that Lewis left because that Christiansen would probably be in this.
Do you know what it is?
Yeah, it's true.
When someone says it, when someone says it 15 times on the stream, it just becomes white noise after a while.
Yeah. You become desensitized to it. You become desensitized to it. I get it.
This guy's you're a disgrace, man. That's what I say. I can't. It's Van Dijk and Silva. Matip and Matip's been an improvement. He's played more games, I think, this season than in any season. He's been very good, and Konate's been very good as well. Better than that bum Upamecano. So Liverpool got the better defender, in my opinion. But I think if we're doing this like as a one-off game or something, I prefer these two at the back. So.
Chelsea fans are so funny, man. All right, let's speed this up then. Let's go to right back because this is
all out war. This is
going to be funny, isn't it? But I'm going to
start with this one, brother.
Second, before you start, all I'm going to say is this: you picked this formation. This is no wing back. This is playing as a back four right now, and I don't see Trent Alexander-Arnold playing as an out-and-out right back. I'm being honest. So if you're going to argue,
what does he play as? We don't play the wing back system.
The way that you guys play, he might as well be a wing back because he's never back there. He's all the way up there.
And Reece James is always
but that's testament to our system.
Reece James is always back there. Like
Reece
Yeah,
James has been asked to play as a right centre back a number of times this season.
Jem, I'll tell you this, yeah. Whenever Trent hasn't got the need to go forward, he actually defends quite well.
No, don't do this.
This
quite
agenda.
well.
I'm not having this. I'm not having
You know
this.
what? It's just an agenda because if you've actually watched Trent this season, us Liverpool fans know he has actually been good defensively.
And he's
It's
also
simple
made
as
very
that.
tricky decisions where it's led to goals. Come on, let's not do this as well.
No,
Like
he
he has.
has done that. He has done that 100%.
But I think when it comes to Trent and Reece James, I actually rate Trent. I actually think what he's actually doing as
Vice versa.
a versatile wing back is unbelievable. Like there's not going to be many players in world football that is going to be able to assist the way that he does it with that wonderful right foot. He is something else. But when I look at the overall ceiling, and you ain't going to like what I'm going to say, when I look at the overall ceiling of the players, I'm talking about the growth. Who's got the biggest ceiling? And I'm looking at him at the moment. I think Reece James has everything to his game, and I'm talking about being able to defend, being able to assist. He's scored many goals. The only thing that knocks Reece James this season, I'll be honest with you, is that he's been injured. He's been injured at certain periods for like a month or two, and we've missed him massively. And that's because we had so many injuries across the pitch. We was making him play left wing back, central midfield. We had to use him proper. Do you know what I mean? He ended up getting injured. But when I'm talking about comparing the two, they're just both top players for me. I think the ceiling of Reece James is a lot higher than Trent's. I don't know whether Trent can get any better than what he is. Looking at him, I think what he does is great. But
you don't need to.
Yeah, but the overall ability of Reece James as the player, when I'm talking about being able to do everything which is required as a right back, I think Reece James is better at doing. I'm talking about him now. I'm not saying he's a better.
Can I preface that with you need Reece James to do a lot more within your team. We don't need Trent to do fuck all other than what he's doing. We don't need him to do nothing else, because you do you know what I mean? You've got your left wing, but Chilwell's out. Then you got no defenders. You need a man who can cut in, and we don't have them problems. So you can't afford your misfortunes on us. Well, he can do this. That's good for you. We don't need our right back to do all of that. We need our right back to pretty much do what he's doing, and he does it. He's second most assists, like 12 assists. That's all we need him to do. So, do you know what I'm saying?
And just to add to that, Ram and Saint will probably agree with me. I don't want to see him here, and not anytime soon anyway, but Trent is that good. He can even do that deep lying playmaker role because his intelligence and the way he passes is great. I don't want to see him there personally, but Liverpool fans are already saying future captain, number 6. I don't want to see him there, but when you speak about ceilings, Trent can go to another level and be more versatile than what he already is. But word to what Saint said, we don't need him to do that.
Fine, I hear all that. But I'm looking at this system and I'm looking at a back four. And I am saying that I think Reece James.
Most of you, man, don't even work in a back four. This is outrageous, bro. When's the last time you man played a back four and you actually look good?
That's it. That's all I'm going to say.
Brentford. Saint. Remember Brentford? Back four. They're playing back four against Brentford.
Listen, as soon as Trent...
And then they thought they were going to win the league and then they got smoked. Like, come on, you lot, man, don't even play a back four. You're trying to do a back four.
We have played back fours this season. We have been playing.
And you got slapped.
And we've won. We've won many games in the back. Stop doing that.
When's the last time you did a back four and looked good, bro? Like, when?
Well, of course we have. We've played many games where Ziyech has played off the right and we've won 2-3-0. It's normal.
Say, when's the last time man said, of course we have? Listen, you man got it's shameless. It's with your channel. You can put Reece James in. I don't care in it, but really and truly, bro. As a right back, come on.
I am going to put Reece James in because I'm on my own and there's 3 of you guys, and I choose Reece. No, listen. It's not that I don't rate Trent. Don't think I don't.
I hear you.
I do.
That's a lie.
We don't rate games.
That's a lie, Jem. Don't lie. I've seen you on the terrace group chat. I've seen the words you said about Trent. Don't lie. You don't rate him.
Back 4 versus Spurs. Yeah, true. Trent is better. No debate. It's a weird. Do you know what it is with these two? It's like I think they're just both really good. But I think the bias comes out because I obviously I think Reece James overall. Yeah, and you guys are always going to pick Trent because of what he's doing and how good he is. And
you're right, Dem. You actually are right on that. Your point with Reece James being more utilised is 100% right. Like I rate, and that, if I was gonna put it, say that again.
I think he's more versatile as a player.
Yeah,
like,
he is more versatile, 100%. But unfortunately, that's why I was like, it kind of negates the point because we don't need him to be. It's not like we're looking at two versatile players and he's better. And do you know what I mean? We're only judging them on the right back. But
I'm cool with that. But if you've had, and I know you've had your injuries, but if you had injuries where Trent wasn't one of them people and you need versatile players to cover certain areas, would you be able to do that with Trent?
We would have to rely on Millie.
That's my point.
That's cool. But then you can't knock points off of him for lack of versatility in other positions when he's there to do primarily one job and he does it.
Yeah, he's probably the best of what he does personally in terms of assisting. But I agree. I think they're just both really good players. I mean, Winter Surfer, you've come back.
Well, you got them to put Reece James at right.
Oh, I done it shamelessly because
literally Winter Surfer. He took the keys and started the engine and drove off.
That's what I'm about to say, man.
Did this in the review.
Literally.
Wow.
Let's listen to another Blues. Go on then, you tell me. Reece James or Trent in a back four?
Oh,
it's hard, isn't it? It is hard.
We should have put it in as a back three. Then I actually would have been like, you know what?
I would have put a back three.
Because that's what we said at the start.
I'll play Reece James at right centre back and Trent at right wing back.
We could do a back three if you want.
I would do that.
The only thing it's gonna etch our midfield so deep, bro. The midfield is gonna get bro. Oh my! And then, do you know why they're trying to do chess? Jem, I see you, because when they do that, they're gonna try and do the pivot, and then they're gonna do like cover and Kante. Look at him! Look at his teeth!
No! Say they can't do it. Say they can't do it because one of our players actually bosses in a pivot. There's only one player that's gonna get in there that actually bosses the pivot, so they can't even do that. If you want Jem, put 3-4-3. 3-4-3.
Because your Fabinho's not playing, bro.
3-4-3. 3-4-3. Do it.
They got Fabinho, so who's playing them? Your midfield is in trouble right now compared to our midfield.
That's why he was so eager to do it, bro, because he knew our midfield. He knew, bro. I could tell you.
Do it. We'll keep it fair. We'll keep it like this. So I'll keep it.
No, put 3-4-3, bro. It's cool.
No. Let's just leave it.
It gets messy. It gets mad. You know what? I think Jem is right. Yeah. Listen, Jem is right. There is no like on this particularly. Reece James is up there, and so is Trent. It's horses for courses, and I think it just comes into biasy in it. Do you know what I mean? And so, like, let's be honest. There's no one that's gonna sit there and be like, "Oh, like you put Reece." It is just how you see it. We could spend a good 45 minutes on this. I'm happy to do it.
This is the stream in itself. When it's all said and done, it's biased. Winter Surfer and Jem's gonna say James, us three are gonna say Trent. It just is what it is.
I don't know. I seriously don't know.
And that's good enough. Like that's good because I'm the same. I don't really know because I'm gonna sit here. Yeah, like.
Tell me,
Ron,
you know what? Tell me who this team is facing first, and then I'll decide. That's
a very good question. You know,
if they're facing City, if this combined 11 faces City, who do you play in a back
Reece
four?
James.
Trent.
That's what I'm saying. You've got two different answers.
Yeah. Do you know where I'll play Trent against Crystal Palace or someone like that? I know they're not going to attack, bruv. And I'm not going to worry about the other end. I can just give him the ball and ping. Do you know what I mean? Like that's what I need.
Sometimes, and I'm going to be very honest with you, yeah? Sometimes, as it stands right now, because I did do this for Mendy and I did this for Thiago Silva, and I'm just going to be real with it. Sometimes, right now, in the last couple of games, and that's come from overusage. That's come from tiredness. Yeah. Trent, for me, has seemed like he's been a bit of a spam merchant. I feel like he hasn't the creativity, the differentiation within his passes haven't been there. I feel like he has been way better defensively, and people need to put respect on his name. However, there has been a few goals that have been some dickhead thing that have come from him. I'm an open, bro. You know, like I'm not gonna sit with just agendas, bro. Like, so that's why I'm like, as it stands right now, I actually could see James because I don't think do you know what I mean? Like Tottenham, Harry Kane goal, Coquelin, Villarreal. Like there are a couple that I'm like, but at the same time, he's been good defensively. But I'm happy to see
James has had as great as he's been this season. He's had injuries. There are some
I said that.
he gets caught out.
Yeah,
They all
He
get
does.
caught. Let's face it, man. This right back debate, all three of them, I'll put Cancelo in this. They all get caught out, man. They just all get caught. No, they're not.
Yeah.
Defense
Guys,
is not first for them.
Yeah, let's move on because we've still got so many positions to get through as well. Big up to Guy. Guys, over 195 you, nearly 200. Big up to every single one of you guys in the chat. Get them likes up, man. Let's get this over 100 likes. Easily do that.
man.
Let's get to
Come on.
150 as well.
Shameful.
Let's start. Let's go to Saints LFC again. Two in the middle. The two in the middle. Who you going with?
I think. It's
What are we
simple,
doing? Are we
Who's
doing
available?
fit,
Who's available?
He's
fit,
available.
fit right now? Yeah.
Yeah,
So
he's available,
what
yeah.
does that mean? Does that mean no cover, no Kante, no Fab?
Well,
At the
covers.
moment, they're not confirmed as. They're not.
Well, cover.
confirmed.
No, he said covers got pain, but he could be available.
Yeah, but he never said he's
That's
definitely.
no.
He said he's.
Yeah, so that isn't a no.
He's,
So that
yeah,
tells me.
but if we're being fair, like it's still
That's
not
injections,
a yes.
isn't it?
Still not a yes.
That's injections,
either,
isn't it?
Yeah.
All right, fine. We won't include cover because it's not fair, is it? Let's be serious. All right, go on. Let's
Jem, I think it's simple, mate. I think it's really simple.
go on in.
Kante and Fab.
No, I'm saying
Fab you can't.
Kante and Thiago.
Can't do
Kante
Kante
and
because
Thiago.
no, you can't do Kante because he's not. He's
He's
down.
not. That's
He's
why I
down.
asked. That's
He's
why
down,
I
yeah.
asked. That's why I said, is
Any
it cover?
doubts-
Is it
any
cover
doubts and
Kante
any-
and
Well,
Rooney?
Yeah. No,
Well,
no
why I'm
Kante.
not putting Jorginho in this team with Thiago? I'm sorry, no.
Well,
I can't
it
do
just
it.
can't. This can't happen.
That's the two smallest midfielders I've ever seen in my life. As your
Bro.
pivots.
Henderson and Thiago for me because of that.
Kante is fit though. He is fit.
That's what I was thinking.
Is
Yeah.
Kante-
When Kante's fit, I'm saying Kante and Thiago.
And Thiago.
Thiago,
Yeah,
not-
same.
I'm saying.
And then
Henderson.
Kante's available, so yeah, he is available.
Okay. I'm fuming because this guy loves to show out
Please.
against us, but cool.
Stop this shit. Naby and no.
I don't disrespect Afcon Naby, man.
No, don't do this. Don't do this. But you know what? I'm gonna be serious with you guys. N'Golo Kante has not been himself this season.
Been the
Like,
same, I know.
Yeah,
But
that's right.
against us, he loves
Yeah.
it, bro. He
But
loves
this
it.
bra-
Yeah.
Hang on. Are we not showing some love for Ruben Lingard cheeks?
Oh, no.
Ruben left bum cheek. Get
Ruben
the
left
fuck
back
out
is
of
not
here,
getting in
bro.
this team. Ruben
Listen,
left
he's
back.
done.
No way.
Liverpool team all day, bruv. Ruben
Leave
lost
our
his
version of
shit
Jesse
as well.
Lingard alone, will you? Leave our version of Jesse
I
Lingard alone.
agree. I think Kante and I mean, I'll ask you all this a quick one. Kante and Thiago okay for you guys as the two?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, that's fair enough.
That's
We'll take it.
dynamism. Imagine
That is
that's some
dynamism.
serious dynamism, bro. Jesus.
It is. So, what about on the left side? We've got a 4-2-3-1 in. So, I'm not going to argue with you guys here because our forwards are so fucking inconsistent.
There's
I
only
mean,
one.
Yes.
There's only
Yes.
one, bro.
Yeah.
There's only one, bro.
Yeah.
Callum Hudson-Odoi, come on.
Nah, Diaz is. I love Diaz. You only have to ask Ram what I think of Diaz. Like I rate this guy so much. I actually rate him so much. I actually think he's your best player at the moment. Like from what I've seen since he's come in, I think he's been that good. Like I think
easy.
He no, I'll tell you why. Because a good example with Diaz is you look at that Villarreal game where you're against the ropes. You've just conceded 2 goals out of the blue. Yeah, you were not playing well whatsoever for whatever reasons. It just was not working. Diaz comes on the pitch, and just with his ability to be able to create space, dribble, make opportunities, become a problem, attract players to him. He's so good at attracting players to him. But him being able to do that completely just spun the game round. And I felt like why Liverpool got back in that game was partly to do with him. And I just think he's that good. On his day, I saw him against Chalobah in the final, right? Chalobah had just come back, bearing in mind, I don't think Chalobah's a bad defender, but this is his first season. He's got a lot to learn as a young defender. But, Diaz was giving him a proper run, man, and he beat him a couple of times. And he's the one that worries me the most. Out of all your 3 at the moment, I'd say, and I like Mane and Salah, but I feel with Salah, he's hot and cold, especially against us. I think Diaz is the biggest problem, the biggest threat that you guys have against Chelsea at the moment, easily.
I'll say bar Mane, I agree. Because Mane, what he's doing at the moment, the way he's revolutionized that false 9, it's crazy. But I agree with you. Bar Mane out of the outfield players, he's probably our best player on current form.
In that Villarreal game, it looked like man made 3 subs. I swear down, he only just brought Diaz on, Swear down, like it looked like he made 3 subs. He'd made, everyone just stepped up. Can I throw something? Can I throw something in the hat?
Yeah, go on.
Ooh.
Bobby or Mason?
This season,
No, I'm saying for that middle spot, B.
I put
Bobby. I don't think Bobby's still fit.
Because of the fitness in it, yeah. It's because of the
Yeah, I
fitness
don't think
innit?
he's fit.
He'll
I
be on the
think-
bench, Ram. He won't
I
stop. But
think
he'll be on
Nathan
the bench.
Mount was in that position personally, but we move anyway.
Who said that again? You did you hear?
Mason Mount.
Yeah, I thought so. That's I know. That's the only person really that's this. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I
that's
think it would
as
be
far-
more of a contention if Bobby was
Can
fitter.
I just quickly say something on this Mount thing? Yeah,
Go ahead.
I rate him. I sort of rate him. Yeah, but
Yeah.
I think people are getting a bit too carried away with this output thing.
Why?
I think because the majority of his output were against the bottom three. So
Yeah, fine.
rate him for the player that he is, the ability to strike a ball, his technical play, and
But-
all that.
You're missing one key thing here. In assists, and I've said this in goals, he's in double digits. He's one of the only players in the league that has both double digits on both.
Yeah,
stats.
but like I said, do not use
Assists,
stats
though.
as the
And he gets
reason
robbed
why
from
he's
assists.
sick.
Do something now. If our forwards weren't as wasteful as they fucking were, yeah, he would have more assists than what he has as well. And that ain't even a joke. He could have had 2 assists against Leeds if Lukaku could blimmin' header. Do you know what I mean?
He
Like,
could also have a couple of goals in the Carabao final if he could finish.
Yeah,
but-
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly. Yeah.
exactly.
I
But
will say
I rate
he's-
him-
He now
I
needs
rate
to
him,
put
get the
performances
buzz cut.
and output together and do it in bigger games. So that's what he needs to do.
I rate him. I think he deserves. I think in every game he should get the buzz cut because the long hair just don't
Yes.
do it for him.
You're
But
right.
let's not go overboard with his output because there's context to his
Who else
stuff.
goes in there then before him? Go on, tell me. Who else?
No one. I don't
No, he's
see.
got-
Like I said,
I
Bobby.
never said he's not
Bobby.
going in.
We
The only
don't
one
have
that would go in
we
before
don't
him
have
if
that
you
traditional
me,
10,
obviously.
so it
He's-
kind of
he's
has
not
to be.
probably put
Yeah.
Compton, maybe.
He's not saying put anyone else in. He's just saying his game overall. That's what he's
Okay.
saying.
Fair enough. I mean, this front two is it just easy? Mane and
But
Salah.
there's
No.
there's
I'm actually
there's
gonna-
no competition. There's
Can
no
I jump
Chelsea
in?
player. That's
If
Go
what-
on then.
we're gonna go with current form, I think everyone on this panel will agree. I feel
Yeah.
right now Liverpool and Chelsea don't have an in-form right-sided
Right,
player.
No,
I don't
that's
think either side does.
That's true.
Can
I don't
I
think
just
We've got
say-
one-
If we
We've
go,
We've got one
say-
that's could be more dynamic at any given time. Is
I
why
agree
it's
with
one
you.
of them
I agree
ones.
with you, Robs, but there's no. I don't care. There's no Chelsea front player going in.
Christian Pulisic.
There's just none.
I respect
No,
the
no.
honesty.
Because Perisic is hot and cold. Perisic is hot and cold. When it like
Yeah,
Salah,
but when he's on form, if we ever see it, he's
I don't think
an
he's
easy
good on
starter.
That's
the
it,
outside.
if we ever see it.
I don't think
Yeah,
he's
And
see it.
Jem,
That's it.
like I said earlier in the stream, Pulisic, like Havertz, like Kante, when it's like he thinks I'm playing Liverpool and he just steps up.
Yeah, it's
I
true.
don't like him on the right.
Do you know what? Yeah, this might sound mad. Yeah, this might sound mad. Yeah, I wouldn't, but there is an argument for Havertz over Salah right now.
Not on the right,
winger,
though.
Yeah, that's the only thing. That's
Yeah.
the only thing.
Because
Not
I
on the
agree
right.
with you, but just not for that position.
Bro, that's mad. But yo, this is how you know you got real ones on your channel because I'm not here to chat shit. But bro,
Yeah.
like, bro, like,
I don't-
it has
I
to be a
don't know,
conversation. Like, but on
Hey,
the right,
Jem.
only because it's on the right, you
Yeah.
have to put Salah in there.
Jem,
Innit? You
I
have
told
to.
you.
But
I told you this. It was Saint, Roms, and Drifty and myself were the only people that are calling out Salah's performances post AFCON.
Yeah,
Only us three and Drifty.
He's been
I'm
poor for
telling you.
months.
I'm
Yeah,
telling
but
And,
you,
so-
bro.
and obviously Ish as well.
Yeah.
Havertz
he
has
can't
been,
be here today,
Havertz has
but
been
yeah.
poor for the last.
He's
Did you see Son yesterday? Son was cussed. He's like, this guy's a pussy. I can catch him. Leave me on, like.
He was, yeah. He was, yeah. He's going. I
Mate,
want that goal.
it's easy for you guys, then I'll just throw in Kepa. That'll do it. Yeah.
I know some
Mate,
Trent-
Matt will be happy,
I got
though.
This. Jem, I got this. Just put Trent on the right. That's the
Oh, yeah.
Put Trent there. Put
You wanna
Trent
do
on the
that?
right, yeah. Just put him there.
Nah, but to be honest
Yeah,
with you, like,
yeah.
Trent,
the
there you go, bro.
spam dingle, yeah.
That's
I'm not
it.
on the spam, bro. I'm not on the spam. I'm off the spam.
A right side of James and Trent could be deadly. I'm not
How
gonna say that.
small is this team? This team's height size is so tiny.
That's so true.
Couldn't
But we've got
win.
Mane. We've got Mane though, so we don't really
Oh,
like.
yeah,
he,
yeah.
He'll
Nah,
still
man,
pop up and
We've got
I'm gonna
Verge, man.
say,
We've got
is there a
Verge.
player
Verge is just.
Yeah, but not at every attack. He's got up and down.
That's true.
He's got down
That's true.
pitch. This team is so tiny.
It's true.
Oh,
It's
Diaz
a
is
hobbit.
deceptively tall, though. I think he's about 6 foot, isn't he?
Yeah, he is quite tall.
He's quite
he's
tall.
got long limbs as well. He's got long limbs, like his arms and that. I'm like, what's going on, Diaz? Like, I like the look of this though. I like the look of this. It's not bad.
Yeah, I do as well. Actually, I think that's a fair team. To be fair,
We'll cheat. We'll go 3 at the back. Put Trent the right wing back, and you just put Mason Mount up a bit further. So as you cheat like that, that's what you could do.
Yeah, we could do that.
There you go, guys. We've got Alisson, Robertson, Van Dijk, Silva, James, Kante, Mount, Thiago, Diaz, Alexander Arnold, and Mane.
Is that, you being real? You being real on that one? Yeah, it's a shits and giggles. You heard it here first. You saw it here first. Bro.
I want someone to click this and trigger people. I want people.
Listen, this team right here is winning the league back to back to back to back to back to back.
See, be scared, bro. Be scared.
Be scared.
Yeah, I mean, I want to just quickly. I didn't get to talk to Saint FC about the overall game. How are you feeling going into this game? We played each other 3 times. Obviously, we drew 2 of them. You beat us on penalty and 1. Are you confident, or is it more of a? I just don't know.
It's a weird one. I'm not confident, but I'm not overly confident. If there's one team that I wouldn't want in a one-off game, it's you, man. I'm not gonna lie. Then you add on the added. That's regardless of anything. I don't want you, man. Then you add on the added verbiage of like this is like your 95th FA Cup final that you ain't won or something. Do you know what I mean? Like that shit's it's just long, bruv. I'm be very honest with you as well. Like the Carabao Cup, like Lukaku goal should have stood. Like all of these things are like, do you know what I mean? Like you're talking to as you can tell, I'm a real one. I'm a real one, brother. Look at it, bro. It was outrageous. I'm happy it didn't, but like if that was Emma Mane or something,
we'd be going mad.
I'm going mad.
My mate was at the game. It was offside.
It was offside, cool, but it was mad, didn't it? Do you see what I'm saying? This is what I'm saying. It's contentious, and like I'm not. All of this is why answering your question, Jem. I'm fucking like, I said this on my preview. I would have loved Crystal Palace to have just done a thing. Then I could have just come in and just been like, they've got to be 100% because we're gonna do this. But nah, in all honesty, and also. Your form of late has been not great, and it is just so Chelsea to go and just, do you know what I mean? After all of that, Romelu Lukaku slaps, like it's just you, man. Like so, that's a long way of a long way of going around the houses and saying I'm not overly confident. I do think that I believe in destiny, and I do think this has got our name on it. But like when I sit down and think this will be what is this your 5th FA Cup without no?
Third in a row we've lost and 4th out of 5.
Yeah, third in a row by itself is outrageous.
Everything say
and you lot are, but 3 finals in a fucking row. Like, what's going on here?
Destiny's.
I think people forget that
you lot are winning.
I think people will forget that we've already won the Super Cup, we've won the Club World Cup. Do you know what I mean? Like Tuchel's not done bad. The only thing I would say is he's been to a couple, like you said, he's been to most of the finals that he's got a crazy record in semi-finals. He's won every semi-final. Like he just doesn't lose a semi-final. It's mad.
We've been to 7 Wembley finals since 17. And
I know our record at Wembley.
We lost 6 of them. So.
Yeah,
just to add to that, Ramno, you're saying Destiny says that they're winning, but like I said in Saint Stream 10 years ago, it was Drogba that broke our hearts, spinning Skirtle and just putting it bottom corner. It was 10 years ago this year, so. We have
bro. It was Peter Cech that broke your heart with that save from Andy Carroll.
You know what? I do think it will fall down to like the fine measures in this game. I do think it will also ultimately lie down from our perspective of how we set up in this game as well. For you guys, I think we all know what you're kind of going to do in a way. No offense, I think with Klopp, he's very sort of not in a horrible way, naive in the way that he plays. Like you know what he's going to do. He's going to come out. He's going to attack you. They're going to be.
This is what we're going to do. Stop us if you can.
Us if you can.
Yeah.
And Winter Surfer said it. We are going to get chances tomorrow. We will. We will create chances.
100%.
The problem with Chelsea at the moment is we haven't got anyone that's like a Salah or someone like that that just puts it in the back of the net when you make that chance. It's like we're so unpredictable.
You ain't got someone who's like what? A Mane, you said. Okay.
Yeah,
Mane. Salah right now.
Yeah, Mane, or a Diaz.
No, we just know that this team. We just know that this team love at the moment. This team's mentality loves being underdogs. They love being underdogs. They hate being favourites because they can't handle it mentality-wise, and that's got to change. Obviously,
very weird thing, but it's very true. We if we're the favourites, if we know that we're in control, like we're in control of third, like we have been, we just bottle it. Like you've seen it recently. Like I don't get it. But when we were the underdogs and no one's really looking at us, it's Liverpool will blow Chelsea this and it's not much talk about us. Bang, we just get up for it.
It's another thing that scares me as well. Just of what you said, the whole POV going into this. Oh, this is Liverpool's like that. I don't like.
But let's just add to that, Saint. That's just the deluded Liverpool fans. The smart ones that me, Saint, and Ram, we know it's Chelsea. That it's only stupid fans be like, oh, we're gonna blow them away. It's just Chelsea. It's never just Chelsea, especially in a one-off game. And I know it's cliche, but first goal is gonna be crucial. It's gonna be massive.
100%.
I disagree. Second goal. Fucking second goal is gonna be massive.
I was telling Roms, Liverpool owe us a good performance against Chelsea. Yeah. We haven't had one this season. Yeah. We haven't had one since September of last season. Right. So they owe us a good performance.
And it's the irony. Normally in a cup final, you just want the result, but it'll be nice to have the performance with the result.
This team just owes us. A win at Wembley.
And plus,
on your side, I get it.
FA Cup, I don't know, but FA Cup don't like us. I really
doesn't.
Yeah, they don't. Like, if you
we
think
don't
about
do well in FA Cup, bro.
2012, we lost against Chelsea. 2006, we had to rely on Stevie doing a madness.
And we were just like,
can we even think about 2001? We had to rely on Michael Owen to run past the entire team and score.
Deep it. We had Ashton Harewood and Nigel Rio-Coca making us sweat,
making us look average, bro. Like
it's a joke.
Rio-Coca, we turned him into Iniesta.
Yeah. Just to make our lives both better away from Chelsea and Liverpool. Obviously, we had this happen yesterday, isn't it? Obviously, it's been trending quite a bit at the moment as well. It's got 181k views at the moment. I tagged it yesterday. It's now on TalkSport. It's now on Give Me Sport. It's the filter that I put on my phone. And
it correlates so well.
Like, we'll watch it again just to make us laugh.
Come on. I don't know what to say to
You're unhappy with some decisions that went against you.
Look at the bottom lip.
If you're unhappy with your players, talk about the personal games decision and the second yellow card, or you could serve decisions.
I can't believe I put that up on yesterday, and now what it's done, it's just gone viral. It's mad, absolute mad. On other news, before we get to score predictions, apparently Chelsea are agreed in principle. Koundé and Perisic is what we're being told at the moment. So two good players. One that I'm very supportive of and have wanted for many years is coming to the football club in Koundé. Perisic, I think he's just going to be back up to at the wing back area at 33 years old. I don't expect him to be playing loads of games.
A guy that scored in a World Cup final. Yeah,
we'll see what happens.
Hope would like to say
he oozes experience as well, so you can't really complain too much.
Well, let's go to your score predictions. We'll start with Saint LFC. I mean, what are you saying? Going all the way to penalties again, or are we going extra time? Or what are you saying?
I'm just thinking if I should give the same score as I did on my preview. Nah, I'm gonna switch it up. No penalties, but extra time. You lot, like, we've been 2-0 up on you, man, and you've come back. Like, it's just 2-1 extra time.
Liverpool.
Yeah. Who else?
I said that was because when you said 2-1, you do know Chelsea. It's Chelsea versus Liverpool.
Well, who says that? Who said 1-2?
Jem, that's so pedantic.
You are stretching right there. Oh my god!
You gotta love this guy. Shameless as always, bro.
Jem and Winter Surfer. I've got a question I actually saw on Twitter, and Abdullah said it to me yesterday. Apparently, you're wearing your yellow kit. Why is that?
Apparently, it's a lucky colour. I don't know.
You've always beaten us with the blue kit at Wembley.
Exactly.
So No,
I just
we
hope
haven't.
you don't treat us like Norwich in that kit. That's all.
Yeah, don't treat us like Norwich in that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see if it brings us luck. Rams, what are you saying?
You know what? I'm gonna give you what I want and what I think is gonna happen. Yeah, what I want is gonna be 0-0, and then the Lord Origi comes on and scores a last-minute winner for his swan song, and he goes on to better pastures to a brilliant club in AC Milan.
Not better,
When
just different.
Maldini can take care of him, take care of our Lord. But what I think is gonna happen, I think it will go to extra time. And I'm going to copy Saint. I think it is going to be 2-1. I think it's going to be 1-1 after full time. And then we'll get a winner in 2-1. Make it 2-1.
All right, Ron, what are you saying?
What I've said all week, I don't just want to echo what Ramsey and Saint said, but I've been saying it. I think 2-1 after extra time to Liverpool as well. It'll go to 120 minutes again. We're going to cancel each other out, and 2-1 to Liverpool after extra time.
Winner over?
You guys better hope it doesn't go to 120 minutes with your schedule coming up, man.
That's what I'm saying. That's what
I
hurting me, bro.
I know.
You not see the trepidation when I was saying it. I was fuming. I'm like, you man will do 120 minutes, and luckily.
You know, Real Madrid are just resting their squad.
They won 6-0 last night.
They won 6-0 with their first team doing up. You know when you go on holiday and your feet are the fishes that eat the thing around your feet. Them man are doing that, bro.
Man, book a fish, innit? Book a fish.
Yeah, bro. And we're doing 120 minutes against flipping Thiago Silva and them, man.
I think the other way around, I'm going to go 2-1 Chelsea after extra time. Like I said, these games are always close. No one ever batters anyone really in these games. Unless there's a red card or something like that, but even then, probably it'll be close.
That would be worse. I don't want you lot to have a red card. No way.
No red card.
We struggle against low blocks.
Yeah, low blocks. Yeah, you do struggle. Yeah. You kind of run out of ideas. I've noticed with recent where you just ping the ball in the box and it's just like hitting home.
I was saying about Trent. This is what I was saying about Trent. At least you can't say that I come in, I chat shit. Like this is what I say about Trent. We go against a low ball. You're just gonna see, man's just using a tin opener and just eating spam. Like it's long. I don't want.
Do you know what? Nah. Do you know what we miss? We need a guy that can score from long range. I swear to God, we ain't got no one that can score from long range.
Was that number 15?
I was thinking, as you said that, I was thinking that.
Man with a stroppy face. Man with the stroppy face. No way, man.
I'm gonna go with David.
Thank you very much.
David says 3-1. Lukaku will score.
That's not him.
That's David.
David with that stupid Thiago agenda. I know he's caused you pain both for Chelsea and for Borussia Dortmund. Yeah.
Anyway, what I'm gonna say. What am I gonna say? Is Kai Havertz will start this game, which means Kai Havertz will score this game. Okay, so I'm going with a 1-0 till half time. And what will happen is we'll score and then we'll sit, and then Liverpool are going to have chances, and they're not going to take maybe the chance. It won't be clear chances, but they'll have one, maybe clear one here and there, but most of them will be one of them half-hearted chances. And Chelsea defended very hard. It'll get to the second half, bit of the same again, 60 minutes in, still 1-0 up. And then Klopp's going to make a couple of attacking changes because he's chasing the game, and you're going to open up, and we're just going to hit you on the break, and we're going to get another goal. It's going to be 2-0. There you go. That's what's going to happen.
Can I just say, Jeff, we're the worst counter-attacking team.
No, but in this game, what's going to happen is we're going to sit. We're probably going to sit most of the game. We'll get a goal and we're going to sit. And we're going to make it after them. But in the second half, we'll bring Big Rom on, and we'll just hoof it up the pitch. He'll flop Konate on the floor. He'll headbutt the grass, and he'll run through, and he'll put his big Tim's boot through that football to the corner, bruv. After being offside when he shouldn't have been offside in that Carabao Cup final, and wins Chelsea the FA Cup.
Saint LFC TV, come find me. If anyhow these man win 2-0 and Romelu Lukaku slaps in I'll be there. You'll see man live regurgitating like fully.
Rams has already disappeared.
Live childhood, like I'm talking spewing like it'll be outrageous, bro. Please come and see a grown man do that if that was ever to be the case.
Flip it up. It's probably going to be the opposite. Trust me. It's probably the opposite.
Be
anyway,
mad.
yeah, look, I'm going to go with 2-0 anyway. It might. I do think it'll be tight. I don't think it'll be like we absolutely. Like, I think it would just be like we nick one and we defend really well, and then maybe nick one later on when you press. But that probably won't happen. But I'm just guessing. Who knows? We'll see what happens. Guys, big up to everyone in the chat. Nearly over 200 of you guys were here throughout the show. Still got over 160 of you here. Big up to every single one of you. Before you leave, make sure you leave a comment below and let us know your score predictions as well. Smash the like button.
Smash the like button. Come on, man. Go
and follow Saint LFC TV as well. You see it in his name there. That is his YouTube. Yeah, so you can go and check him out as well, guys. Make sure you go over there after this and subscribe to the channel, all of you guys, if you can. Where can we find you, Rom, as well? Is that your Twitter?
That's my Twitter, yeah. Speaking most things Liverpool, just football in general, and I'm Saint LFC TV's co-host. So more or less 90% of streams I'm with Saint. So yeah.
There you are.
Saint, Saint.
I house these guys, man. Ram's there as well, bro. You know, like that. Come over. We're there, and like you said, we're what's it called? We're real level-headed. Do you know what I mean? We talk.
I'll definitely come on.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like I enjoyed this, man. It was actually a nice football chat. Not too many agendas running, but actually talking some real football. So please, guys, smash the like for Jem, man. Great.
Now, tell these lot, yeah. I'm actually real about it. These lot don't believe me, but
this guy. You see this guy here below me? He's in most of my streams every day, right? In the chat or wherever he comes in the panel. And he trolls Chelsea fans. Yeah, he winds them up. There's ultimate 90% Chelsea fans in here, and he says stupid things, and then he gets put in the bracket of one of them troll stupid Liverpool fans that are, you know, just there to be trolls. Not like you.
That's because TFT done that to him. You got to have many facets, and that's one facet that he has. But as you see now, Rams are very cool. Yeah, I mean, we can talk properly, but when you want to start. It's the TFT thing, and Jen, you know what it's like, man. Agendas run on there, man. And
David, by the way, you said the same thing again about us in the League Cup final, yeah. So we'll see if it happens again.
David will be on the football terrace tomorrow, so
can I just add though? One thing I'm dreading, and I feel like Winter Circle, you'll be on this bandwagon, and Jem, you'll be on this bandwagon. God forbid, touch with me. If you not do win, the first thing you're going to say is, we won the bigger final. We won the biggest domestic cup, and I can't fathom it. I can't.
I'm gonna wait till the season ends, and if you only win the Carabao Cup, I will be shamed.
You're smart.
Hey, let me ask you this, right? You lose to Real Madrid because of a Benzema fucking goal, 2 goals. Yeah, you lose the Champions League final. You lose to Chelsea because of Kai Havertz and Lukaku. You've won your Carling Cup, and then on top of it, Man City win all of their remaining games and win it, and you're only left from a quadruple down to a Carabao Cup, and Chelsea, who finished third, have just beaten you in the FA Cup as well. How would you rate your season at finishing second and only having a Carabao Cup after being in that final?
A 4.
It'll be the same as right now. It's 4-3.
Shocking.
Our squad and starting 11's too good not to pick up one of the big 2. 100%.
Shocking.
I agree.
But then that's why we're here, because we can flip it. Are you imagine the feel when we got big ears and we got streams and
if it's 2001 settings, we said it 2001 settings. I see it, bro. I see it.
I'm gonna be as shameless as a lot of you lot fans, bro. So you know what I mean. It is what it is, man.
I just say this. I give up on the European Cup because 6 is too much. I'm never gonna see my side in 6. 7 doesn't really matter to me, you know, if you get 7. Or get another Premier League, that matters, because then we can stop. Then you guys have the thing to go, it's a club. Pepe, right?
We would be the second highest team to win the CL alongside Milan.
Yeah. All I'm going to say is Ram can back me. I said at the beginning of this, I said Liverpool are going to win the Champions League, right? And I still think that may be the case, but I will say something to you. The fact that Real Madrid are doing these weird winning games, like I'm talking about beating Chelsea. Obviously, we come back 3-0 at Real Madrid and they put 2 past us, Rodrigo and fucking Benzema again, yeah? That Man City game is out of the ordinary, unusually unnormal. I don't know how they got out of that. Yeah, because they were 2 goals behind.
Because they were facing 2 teams with no football heritage.
No.
That's why. You see me?
What I'm saying to you is, it reminds me of when Chelsea won the Champions League the first time when they played Bayern Munich and Barcelona. Where they were against the cards and they just somehow pulled it through. I'm saying, be careful. Because these guys are not coming there just to like roll over. They will.
What are you talking to? Like,
Yeah,
you think we're gonna look over Real Madrid? Brother, we are not City.
I don't like the generic opinion of this game is Liverpool are facing football heritage. So are we. People forget we have won this 6 times.
And we've done bigger comebacks than they have.
All jokes aside, yeah. All jokes aside, and I mean this. All jokes aside, yeah. And I mean this respectfully, yeah.
Yeah.
We in the positions that both of you lot were in are not squandering that game, and that's the football heritage.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Jem, can I give you some heritage? The last time Liverpool versus Real Madrid final in Paris, we won that. The Champions League.
Ray Kennedy
1-0.
down the left.
Or was it Alan Kennedy?
But just remember, you're playing the kings of the Champions League. Yeah, they've won it so many fucking times. It's just their tournament. Like they just always look what they've done with Zidane, man, back to back.
Real Madrid have a chance to put the Premier League in a split.
Yeah,
Instead of beating us, City, if they beat you,
that's a joke.
And they've got a Champions League in the year of a fucking rebuild.
Yes. Exactly.
Yeah, it doesn't make
What's going on, bro? They're only gonna get better. So like, you man, all jokes aside, yeah, you man need us to win the league. Do you know what I mean? To not make it a farmers thing. You man need us to beat Real so that we can hold our do you know what I'm saying? Like, it is one of them things there. Like,
I'm not gonna lie, Saint. They need us to win the league, but I think these two would agree. If you ask Chelsea fans who they'd rather win the league, then again, you've got your little rivalry, City.
No. Let me put this straight. If City win the league, no one cares. Okay, they've got the most dominant. If you win the league,
it's a problem.
There's no World Cup. There's no World Cup this summer. I have 3 months of unbearable noise from you guys. Do you know what I mean? If City win the league, who cares? That's what I keep saying. This. If City will go down, they win this league as one of the most dominant teams in the Premier League. But no one's going to care. No one's going to care. No, but
it's true. It's facts. No one. I don't genuinely know many. Like, see, I've made a joke about it. They're like bats, aren't they? Like, you have to find a cave full of bats.
Find them. And the worst thing they want ever, the worst thing they want is for us to win that Champions League, because it will be like 19. It will be like 2000. Like, no one will literally care. Like, you know, the ones there. Like,
and we would have won more trophies than them this season.
So, definitely.
We got Jamie football chats as well in the chat, guys. We are going to finish it there. I've got to shoot, got a bit of work to do and stuff. Busy day, Friday. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Big finals. Hopefully, we have a good game. Let the best team win without VAR and ref ruining it. Yeah, it's not. It's like
it's no Anthony Taylor, so it's fine. Be a good ref.
That's true.
It's Craig Pawson though. He's not. He's just as bad.
Fucking hell.
I mean, anyway. I wanted Michael Oliver, but
same.
Peace out, guys. Enjoy the rest of the day. Take care of yourselves. For the reaction as well.
Super chat before we go.
Daniel, sorry, bro. Daniel would have done it. No, we do not where you get that from. All love, really. All legends on the panel, especially the Chelsea Dons. Big up to you, my man, Daniel. Thank you very much. Okay, bro. Velv, I think Velv put out one. I forgot to read it out. He said Matip and VVD were his two preferred centre backs in the combined 11. Big up to Velv as well, Liverpool fan. Other than that, guys, I hope you enjoyed the show. Take care of yourselves. We'll be back again soon. Peace out.
Man.